My goodness. I just turned the camera on this morning, folks. Early in the morning right here. And we done got us a good fish right here. Not a giant crappie, but a good one. Look here. Black crappie. Black crappie. Quit. Drag's too loose. I ain't even woke up. Let's take a look at this one right here. Look at there. That's a good fish right there. That's a good crappie. Tell you what, folks. That's the way to start the day right there. That's about a 12 and a half, 13 inch black crappie. And let's let him go right here. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. Go on back there. I caught that fish on a 3-inch slab tail bait. That's a 1/16 of an ounce jig head tied with a loop knot. What I done right here, that's a good way to start off anyway. I'm just going along this rip wrap right here, making short casts, throwing that rod tip up about 10 o'clock and reeling that bait back real slow. Just like that. That fish is probably about 4 to 5 feet deep. Just a real slow wind right there, maintaining control of the bait. And I'll show you right here. This is a slab tail bait right here. That's the 3-inch, the big one. 1/16 ounce jig head tied with a loop knot. This is 6-pound test fluorocarbon, and I have a leader around 7 feet long, 8-pound braid. This is Berkeley Frost braid. And this rod right here, I've only used it. This is the second time I ever used it. It's called a sow belly rod. 6.5 foot, and it says medium action, but I'm going to say it's medium light. Light as a feather. You can't even feel that rod. There we go. My goodness. That's a beautiful fish right here. Come on in here. See how he's hooked. I done lost a good one this morning. Jumping like a bass, folks. Come on in here. This ain't near the fish that I lost a while ago, but that's a good fish right there. It's a black crappie. Beautiful, is that not? Let's let him go right here. These fish are firing up this morning. I didn't expect this, not one day after front. Some fronts affect these fish more than others. I've noticed that. And I don't really have there's no reason or rhyme behind fishing, really. Now, when I'm fishing like this, where I know the crappie's not going to be over 4, 5, 6 feet deep. Well, I don't know that, but that's been about the depth they've been in. I'll just hold my rod tip high and bring it. That's not too quick of a retrieve for crappie. The reason I use the 1/32 is because I like the fall rate a lot better. It falls a lot slower, but now if you like a 1/16, you're going to catch crappie with it. It's a traditional size, actually. But these 3-inch baits right here are not too big for crappie. 2-inch, I think, is better on the average. But a crappie don't have any trouble in hailing a 3-inch bait. I want you to look. Golly. This ain't nothing but just pure fun, folks. They just ain't nothing like this. That fish is pulling drag. This is a good one. We're gonna net him. I'm not gonna try to flip no more. Look at there. My goodness. Come on in here. Golly, that's a good one. That's a good one. We'll measure him. We'll measure that fish. That fish is 13 3/4. 13 3/4. Let's let him go. Still good. Going back. There's some in here a lot bigger than that, I guarantee you. One thing about it, when you got a heavier jig head like this, you can cover a lot of water. If the crappie are scattered, I mean, you can just throw and wind. You're finally going to get bit, folks. Once you understand the depth, you know, like I said, these fish has been hitting anywhere from 4 to 5 feet deep. And so I try to keep that bait about that depth. Cover water, just like if you're bass fishing. Because this time of year, they could be most anywhere. They're widespread. They could be on docks, rocks, treetops, flats, stump flats. They could be anywhere.
I don't know what's on that boy tag over there. You know what I'm saying, too.
There we go. Man, that's a good one right there. They're all good, folks. Every doggone one of them. Let's flip him in here. That's a big fish right there. Man, they've been big this year. Now, I hadn't caught very many big ones today, but I've been catching them that big and a lot bigger. It's just been a good year for crappie. Even though the weather's been messed up, I've been hitting a little window of opportunities to catch them, but it's starting to perk up. Go on back in there. Right now, currently, it's 10:30, and I tell you what, I've been catching crappie out here, but the thing about it is the wind's coming out of the northeast. They say the fish bite the least, but now this morning I tore some crappie up. I'm talking about, I probably caught about 50 in about 2 hours, and that's pretty good. But they're off of the bait that I was using, and so now I'm going to have to lighten the jig head, lighten the line, and finesse fish. I'm going to have to fish very slow for the remainder of the day to catch crappie. So let's do that. Let's look at the water temperature. Yeah, the surface temperature is at 65 degrees right now, but the fish are in a mood. That happens a whole lot. I don't like a northeast wind, but it's a blessing to be out here, so I like that more than not having my way about weather conditions. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get me a drink of this half and half iced tea lemonade. That's Arnold Palmer, if y'all remember him. He was a cat back in the day. That's all it takes. I'm out. I am on fire. I'm ready to go. All those words that y'all, hey, say, that's what I am. And I'm going to start off in a finesseful way because I've been catching crappie on a 1/16 of an ounce jig head, fishing pretty quick. And there's no quick biting fish no more. Their activity levels drop down. This is where you have to change to continue to catch crappie. So I'm going to use a very, very slow approach to catch us a crappie. This is a Canyon Creek Super Ultra Light, becoming my favorite rod. It's 7 feet long, wimpy as a dish rag, light as a feather, and right here is 4-pound test Mr. Crappie. Now I have a trout magnet here with a 1/32 ounce jig head. And this jig head here has a size 4 hook in it, tab with a loop knot, Reverus LT 2500. I can't wear this reel out. These Daiwa reels are becoming my favorite. I'm just not going. They're ultimate. Okay, they are the stuff that dreams are made of. Let's catch a crappie. There we go. Boy, I got excited right there, folks. That's a good one right there. Come on back here. Golly. Let's get it. That's a big crappie right here. I'm going to have to show this to y'all. Look there. That's a white crappie too. My goodness. Oh my. Yeah, I'll show that one to y'all. That's a good one. That's the kind I like to catch. Well, I like to catch them all, but I like them old big crappie. That fish was laying right there off the side of that point. But let's see what he is. I thought he was bigger. Doggone white crappie, they pull. He is quit 14 3/4. So he's not near as big as I thought. I've been catching some fish a lot bigger than that, but he's still pretty. I just got excited because it's been a while since I caught one. Matter of fact, that's the first one. Let's let him go right here. Still a good fish. Doggone, he pulled. He put the hammer down. Watch him. What are you doing? He's trying to jump, and there he goes back to the depths. He did jump. Whoa. They think they're bass fish. They think they are bass fish. This is probably one of my favorite ways to fish right here. It's just to throw into the wind. I don't know how many times I've mentioned that. For me, with a light jig, picking that rod up and letting that jig just flow back to me, reeling up the slack really slow. There's just something about that presentation right there. And every once in a while, pick your rod tip up and let that jig fall. A lot of times that's when you trigger that bingo bite. But that right there is so deadly, folks. It's pitiful. And when the bite gets tough, like it is right now, right in the middle of the day, I just simply slow down. And because of that, I just keep catching fish. If you can't catch them the way you want to catch them, then you have to do whatever you have to keep catching them. There we go. Now that's a good fish right here, folks. I guarantee you that. Look at there, what a crappie. My goodness. Woo. I'm talking about woo. That looks like a, let's net this fish right here. No, it's a black crappie. Just a big black crappie. My goodness. Folks, is that or is that not a good fish? I've been struggling today. I'm telling you what. I've done all kinds of things. I've thrown crappie magnets. I've thrown Bobby Garlands, which I didn't show, I don't think. All kinds of stuff. I come out here on this causeway. We may catch another in that big. That's all I know. All I know to do is catch the far out of fish, folks. how much? I can't express it. Words won't explain it. Let's let him go. Well, I know he ain't all that big, folks, and I know that. But I just wanted to make a big deal out of it. Woo! Right now. But I want to thank y'all very much for all the great comments. Everything y'all do for this channel. And it's a blessing to be out here and y'all watching me doing a sport that is second to none. Nothing like the sport of fishing. God bless each and every one of y'all. And hey man, there's a bunch of boats out here, but I don't care. I do not care. Whoa. Arnold Palmer drinks. They're good ones. Hey man, I'm talking about whoa. Whoa.
And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.